So my loves, we are getting down to the wire. Who could have predicted this final, 5? I know I didn't. I knew that Eureka would be, I knew that she would make it towards the end at some point just because of how she was being edited. She was getting a lot of camera time, and I just felt like they would not focus so much on somebody who would not make it very far. The same way they focus a lot on Vanjie, her first episode. It's because they knew that she was a powerhouse from that first episode that they filmed with her. So I knew that she would make it to the end. Also, I knew Aquaria would make it this far just because her drag to me was just on another level. I did not think that Cracker wouldn't be here. I really, really didn't. And somebody did mention that those of us who are dedicated to Miss Cracker, or like fans of Miss Cracker, kept on holding out for her to do something amazing and far beyond what we have seen on the show, and that's true. It really is true. I have to agree with that. She did do some really good challenges, but I think those of us who are fans of Miss Cracker know that she doesn't do great. She does extraordinary. So it was just like you were waiting for something that just didn't happen. And like some people are just not great at competitions or reality TV shows, you know what I mean? So that's okay, but I thought she would be here. I didn't think the Cameron would make it this far at all. At all. I mean, Cameron turned out some looks, but I just did not think she would be in the final 5. And I think moving forward, we are going to get Cameron released, and then it's going to be Eureka, Asia, and Aquaria at the end. And I think the winners are going to be, I think our top are going to be, I think Asia may take the crown and Aquaria will be the runner-up, because I just don't, I'm always going off of Rue's energy, and I feel like Rue is just, there is something about Asia that Rue just, it makes her gag. Like when she talks about Asia, it's on a totally different level than the way she talks about any of the other queens. That's how I started paying attention to Asia O'Hara, because of how Rupaul was not only speaking to her, but talking about her. So I feel like she's going to be our season 10 winner, and Aquaria is going to be the runner-up. I could be wrong. I haven't watched the episode. I'm about to watch it, so let's get into it. I feel like Asia O'Hara is doing some damage control, because Miss Cracker said in Untucked that she pulled her aside and was just like, you know, that really hurt my feelings, and, you know, Asia apologized or whatever. So I feel like Asia kind of knew that was going to come back. So now she's just like, I didn't like the choice of words that I used for Miss Cracker. But then in her confessional, she's just like, although that is my opinion, Asia ain't back off on it. She was just like, I don't think, you know, basically, I don't think that she's a star. I should just not have said it to her face. Asia, oh my gosh, Miss Cracker is a total star. I don't know why you would say that. I don't know. I've never seen on this show Miss Cracker or Asia have any kind of beef, so I don't know where that would come from, and I don't know what Miss Cracker gave off to make you think that she wasn't a star. I don't know. And I just didn't even know that would be in Asia. You know, even Eureka was just like, I don't want to know what's in her head, okay? I don't want to know no other opinions from her, because Mother is telling her truth. I thought she was going to try to backtrack on it and be like, yes, Miss Cracker's a star. She was just like, although I don't think she's a star, RuPaul saw something. Asia. I feel like the closer she gets to that crown, man, the gloves are off, baby. The gloves are off. Aquaria, congratulations on your win. Yes, I've won 3 challenges now. Who the hell says that, Aquaria? What happened to thank you? Thank you, guys. Oh, I can't believe it. I didn't expect this one. I just was hoping I would something. But Aquaria's just like, yeah, this is my 3rd win. What? This is what I believe. I think that because we're getting closer to the crown, the queens are no longer allowing their representatives to show up. Now they're like, you know what? This is the end. I'm going to be not only my true self, but I'm going to be as cutthroat as I can be. So all the best friend and pretty, all that stuff like patty cake, that's off the table. Right now, we're about to get down and grimy, because I need this crown, I need this status, and I need this money. Let's go. So forgive me, I said the final five is actually the final four. Cameron, Aquaria, Eureka, and Asia O'Hara. So with this being, you know, the typical final four challenge, they are going to create a verse to RuPaul's song American. I love this. Yes, Ru, use your platform. RuPaul is always debuting something or pushing something that he's doing on the show. Why not? Make it work for you, okay? Also, they're going to go on RuPaul's podcast, and I feel like when you go on RuPaul's podcast with Michelle Visage, I feel like it's just a way to see how this queen will act during press. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this the queen who wins this this season is going to be representing the show. I feel like this is not to get to know the queens. I feel like this is Ru and Michelle testing them and see how they will be during interviews, on press tours, and you know whatnot. So I used to look at it as just a way to get more information about the queens, but looking at it as an overall challenge for this show, I realized that it's not put there to get to know the queens. It's put there so that Ru and Michelle and production overall can see if this is going to be a good representative for RuPaul's Drag Race. Smart, but I never knew that. And I'm hoping that Queens going into the show, like season 11 and all that, that's currently filming. And I'm just so glad because I feel like we're going to get like a whole year of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm astounded by that. But I'm hoping that the queens who are going into it realize that now, that it's not a chance for you to be vulnerable, but it's also a chance for you to show them that this is a representative that I will be when I go out on the red carpets, when I get called, you know, for Variety to, you know, give them a snippet to promote the show, when I'm on tour, you know what I mean? So I was able to look at that a bit differently. So I'm interested to see how the queens will do. Right off the bat, I think that Cameron is going to have a hard time in this interview, but I could be wrong. I think that Aquaria is going to be very one-dimensional. And I think that Asia and Eureka are going to be the ones that really pull it out and not only give you layers, but also give you professionalism. And that's what Ru's looking for. So we'll see. We also didn't get, he didn't say anything about the runway. So I don't know if we're getting runway. We have to get a runway, but Ru never mentioned it. Maybe it'll come back later in the episode. I highly doubt that this is going to be the most difficult choreography that, I was about to say Trevor. What the hell is his name? Ken, what is that dude's name? I forgot his name. What is his name? Todrick, yo. Sorry, sis, that Todrick has ever done. Because I feel like Todrick gave Katya the most difficult choreography ever. So I don't think it's going to be difficult choreography, but I'm interested to see how it's going to play out. Because I don't think that any of these heifers are dancers. Maybe Aquaria. Maybe even Asia O'Hara. She seems like a showgirl. We'll see. But I don't think it's going to be difficult. But then again, it is Todrick. So Aquaria is up first to record. Can I tell you, Todrick Hall does not have a poker face. Todrick does not have a poker face, because when Aquaria went with this recording, Todrick was like, the lights always up in the... She thought she was killing it with them shoulders. Sis, what the hell was this? And I feel like Aquaria can hold a note. Didn't she do good in the last singing challenge? So I just don't understand what's going on here. But you know how they do in this show. They always make them look really bad, and then when it comes to the actual performance, they give us Beyonce. So we'll see. I'm also interested to see how Eureka is going to do, because she said that she's going to rap. I don't know, sis. I don't know. But you surprised me before, so let's keep watching. So yeah, just as I predicted, Eureka did a great sit down with Ru and Michelle Visage on his podcast, and she was very candid, very funny. Eureka's a very good representative for this show. You know what I mean? I think that she's good with the press. She's good with the audience. She's good with the fans, from what I've been told. I've never met her, but I heard that she was really good to the fans. I think she's a good representative for this show. I don't know if it's enough to get her a crown, but I think this interview put her in the running, you know, closer to the running than others. Closer than Cameron. Let's be honest here. Oh, Asia. I hope they auto-tune the hell out of your voice, sis. And that's not a read like Todrick. That's not a read. Not everybody is a singer. You know what I mean? But yeah, this was a struggle. A struggle. So Aquaria is from Philly, but not quite Philly, the suburbs. Then you're not from Philly, darling. There are no suburbs in Philly. You're not from Philly. You're from Bensalem. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. There are no outskirts of Philadelphia. You either in the city or you're out of it. Stay woke. Aquaria's interview was okay, but it was just like I predicted. Very surface. I don't think that she went in depth. I think she just was really confident. And Aquaria, very surface. It just I don't think it was enough to get her quite there. But let's see what she pulls out during the performance. You never know. There's so many elements that go into this. And I also don't know if there's going to be a twist at the reunion, so we will see. This podcast interview with Ru, I mean, I didn't think that Cameron was going to get the crown, but this just lets me know. Sis, you're not even close, because Ru was just like, the challenge last week was for you to, you know, talk about your insecurities and really show us a different side of yourself, and you didn't do it. That don't sound like, oh, you are in the race to get the crown. You know what I mean? Like when Ru says to you that you did not rise to the occasion, you did not do a challenge, to me, that means that you are nowhere near anywhere close to getting that crown. You were just here because for some reason Ru was fed up with Miss Cracker. I'm still gagged by that. I thought she would be here. And I'm also really pissed because, again, it's still the hope and the possibility of what she could have done had she still been here. I know, but I can't let Miss Cracker go. I can't, because we still don't know you. Yeah, sis. It's not happening. You know what? Maybe it's because they haven't done all the, you know, producer magic to it, and it doesn't have the music behind it, but I was not going up for Eureka's rep. You can be fine, didn't be the fine. I wasn't going up for it. I wasn't, but Todrick and the producers were, so maybe they heard something that I can't hear right now, and maybe I'll be wowed by it when we see it in the end, but I was just like, oh sis, this is weak. But it's still early. Let's keep watching. Oh baby, Asia is coming for that crown. That podcast interview, sold. I was just like, yes. But you know what? She's a pageant queen. So she's done this before. She was well trained in that area. I mean, everything she said, I was like, yes. Even Ru was like tearing up and, you know, impressed. Okay, Asia. Cameron did good. I like the song. I like that we finally got some emotion. I don't think it's enough to win. I feel like Cameron's hand has been held throughout this whole competition. It really, really has. The ladies have been holding her hand. Todrick is now holding her hand. Ru has been holding her hand. Everybody has been holding her hand to like bring out this fierce drag queen. And I'm just thinking about those who went home, and I gotta be honest with you, I like Cameron. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that she was essentially babied throughout this competition when there are queens who are like fighting to stay here and did one bad lip sync and were gone. Like, I still take issue with them calling her a lip sync assassin. You're not a lip sync assassin. You just were able to do splits that other people couldn't do. But I don't feel like her lip syncs were like monumental. You know what I mean? Because if you look at them all together, they're the same performance, okay? So I just don't think it's fair that she has had this much nurturing throughout this competition when other queens haven't. Now, I will say she is somebody who needs it. She is a very sensitive person, and there's something else going on with Cameron, and I don't know if we'll ever really get the truth of it, but something in her life happened, or something in Cameron's life happened that just made her like go inside and like get out. And I don't know what it's going to take to bring her fully out. I don't know if it's going to be anger or passion. I don't know what it is, but I feel like we were in a sense cheated with actually getting to know her. I don't think we did. I don't think we got to know Cameron at all. I think we got to see her do some great looks and some great splits, but I still don't think we know who Cameron is. And as a viewer, you kind of feel cheated. But I understand, because I feel like I'm watching her and I'm like, there's something going on there and I don't know what it is, and I don't think that this show is a place for that to be released. I think maybe there's, because it might be something really, really deep that's just not for TV. So I don't know what it will take, but I do think that she got a lot of special treatment, and I don't think it's because the show was rigged or anything like that. I just think that when you see somebody hurting, you want to help, you want to fix it, because for a lot of the queens, she kind of sucked the energy out of the room, so you wanted her to be okay so that that energy and that joy could resonate within the room. But when you have somebody who is constantly in her head thinking that they're going to go home, thinking the worst, it's just like you either take hold of them and shake them out of it so that the whole group won't be contaminated, or you just let them sit in that and sink. But if you have a heart, you have to try to help them in some kind of way, and I think that's what happened. So it's unfortunate that she had all this help and nurturing, but the girl needed it, so I can't be mad at that. But I kind of wish that we would have held Monet's hand, because I feel like she deserves to be here. I also feel like she deserves to be in the end. She didn't have the greatest looks, but not everybody was consistent all the time. You know what I mean? She has more personality than all them queens put together, and I think that crown would have looked great on her little bald head. I'm mad. Y'all threw away Cheryl Lee Ralph. How dare you? Oh, my Lanta is right. So Ru was right. This is the most difficult choreography, because I thought Katya got the most difficult choreography, but looking at what Aquaria's getting, I'm like, this might be up there. But I still feel like Katya had the most difficult choreography. Like Homegirl had acrobatics. She was like in the air, and I don't know. That was the dopest dance for me. It was also, in my opinion, the most difficult. But Aquaria, every time I feel like she's giving that crown over to Asia, I feel like she's snatching it back. It's going to be them two in the end. Them two in the end. And guys, I really don't know which way Ru is going to go. I don't know if she's going to go old legendary queen, or if she's going to go like, you know, millennial queen, you know, like the future of drag. Not just millennial. I feel like Aquaria is the future of drag. So I don't know how she's going to go. But at this point, as far as this competition goes, where we're at right now, I think those two are the most deserving of the crown. Who do you think should be the winner in the end? I know I have a lot of Aquaria fans here. I also have a bunch load, I was going to say something else, but you know, a lot of Eureka fans, more than I think any other queen. I think there's queens who go up for Asia, and I do know there's queens that go up for Cameron, but the majority of the people who, you know, spark the fire are Eureka fans. It seems like it's a lot of y'all out there, so I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be either Aquaria or Asia, and I don't know how Ru is going to go. But do you guys think that Eureka has a shot, or do you think that Cameron has a shot? Not Cameron fans, don't answer. I want to know if it's somebody else who's not partial who thinks that Cameron has a shot. I don't. I think it's between Asia and Eureka, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, because Shangela should have walked home with that crown, and she didn't. And thank you to everybody who sent me that Michelle Visage interview, who was just like, we got it wrong. It should have been Shangela. And that's why I said I do not like Ru giving the final decision, or not the final decision, but a part of deciding who is going to take the crown home to the former queens, because Michelle Visage threw them right under the bus. She was just like the shady queens. They were, you know, going off of relationships or how they felt about certain queens, and they made that decision. They didn't make it based off of talent. And now these queens who were put in this position, did not ask to do it, are being the ones taking the brunt of Shangela getting screwed over. And I don't think it's fair, and I hope that changes for the next All-Stars. I want all the decisions to be made by Ru. The final decision should always be her decision. I don't want no former queens who did not make the cut coming in and deciding who should make it to the end. It's not there. It's not. We have like 2 episodes left, and Aquaria decides that I'm going to start showing emotion. I'm happy for her though. I'm happy that she's having this moment, because sometimes when you're in the thick of it, you gotta stop and you gotta savor in that moment, and you gotta be like, damn, I did that. Like, I'm here. So I totally understand that. But I'm like, sis, we wanted this emotion from the beginning. This is probably why Asia going to get the crown, because you don't give us all of that. Asia gives us emotion. She gives us drama. She gives us, press queen. She also gives us performance. She gives us fashions. You give us fashions. You turn out a look. That's it. That's it. Now you're giving the emotion, and I think that's great. But I don't know if it's a little too late. We'll see. Let's keep watching. Cameron, as soon as she starts to do the choreography, she just defeats herself right away. I'm like, sis, you didn't even get a full 8 count in before you were already defeated. Oh, I can't. Cameron. I don't even think it's people telling you that you're good anymore that's going to help. I don't know what it is. But she just, before she even can get there, she has already taken herself out of the challenge, like out of the competition. I don't know, because I feel like she is a fierce drag queen, but we get sparks of it. And I think for you to be a RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10 winner, you can't have sparks of greatness. You have to be the full package. Ugh. Since we're here, can we also talk about Eureka struggling with the choreography again? Always saying, I'm going to get it when I need to. And Todrick is just like, you got to make sure, even if you get to choreography, that your face is there. Remember, I said that I felt like she would have won the share competition if her face matched the choreography and what was going on. She was in her head when she first came out, and then she walked into it, and at the end, she was amazing. But from the beginning, it just wasn't working. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. Right now, it's looking like Asia and Aquaria are in the lead right now. But who knows? Eureka could pull something out. I don't know if Cameron is going to do it. I feel like I want her to, but I just don't know if she can get out of here and be able to give us that killer performance that a lot of people have said that she's able to do. I haven't seen it on this show, but also I don't know much about Cameron. You know what I mean? Her fans are saying that she turns out looks and she turns out performances. So I don't know. I'm hurt. I really, really am hurt, because again, I would love to have seen Monet make it this far and actually see what she would do in this challenge. And I'm only saying that because when Cameron is doing the choreography or learning everything, she takes herself out. Like, she defeats herself before she even tries. And I'm just like, I get it that you're working through some stuff, sis, but I wish we had somebody here who would fight through it, and I just don't see that in Cameron right now. I'm not reading her because I totally understand. I have been there on several occasions, still fighting through stuff like that, right? But that means that I don't get the crown or that job or that opportunity if I'm already taking myself out before I even make it through rehearsal. I gotta deal with that. Cameron needs to as well. And it's okay to say that when you've seen other queens fight harder for it. That's all. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep Final day in the workroom. And guess who comes up? Vanjie. I mean, she really won this competition. Anybody else can take home the crown, but Miss Vanjie took home the season. She brought RuPaul's Drag Race over to straight Twitter. I mean, you have no idea. My drag timeline was blowing up and my straight timeline was blowing up. There were freaking political analysts that I found who were just like retweeting Vanjie. And I was just like, what is that? Like, what is going on? Why is CNN talking about Miss Vanjie? Like, she won this whole season. She doesn't have a crown, but man, homegirl got a name. That's far more worthier than jewels. Some jewels, not all. Rue's look. I think my issue is that the first episode, that look from the first episode and the episode where she was in an entire body stocking, like, that was an amazing look. That was an amazing look. So I think I keep on wanting her to live up to that. But you know what? It's the last episode with them being in the workroom before the finale. So I'm okay. I'm okay with this. I'm fine. We'll take it. I wouldn't wear it on my worst Halloween. But you know what, Rue? It's you. Flourish, sis. Flourish. I mean, a pink and purple fire dress. Okay. I Am American. Love the song. I didn't like this performance. I didn't like it not one bit. Here is what I didn't like about it, or why I didn't like it. I hated the way it was filmed. I don't know. We have done this before on this show, and they filmed it a different way. This was really weird. It looked very public access to me. The lighting was really dark. It just looked like a rehearsal. It didn't look like the actual filming of a musical performance like they do in the last few episodes. I don't know what they changed, but the quality looks very, very poor. I will say my top two performances, I really liked all of the performances, right? For me, Cameron shocked me. I didn't think that Cameron was going to be able to pull that out by the editing and because of Cameron's personality. But I loved her look. I love that rainbow outfit. I loved her verse. I loved that the movements. Everything really worked. I love the personality, and I honestly feel like drag is her alter ego, or who. I think that her drag ego, or her drag personality or persona, is the confidence that she wishes that she had. You know what I mean? Because this character was very confident, it was very fun, and I'm just like, Cameron is not this person at all. And I think that this person only comes alive when performing, but outside of drag, or even in drag, not on a stage, it's touch and go. It's touch and go. But for me, I think she had the best performance. Aquaria also did really, really good. I really did like her performance and her verse. I love Eureka's energy. I thought that she was the most fun to watch. Just because she was having a good time. So I was having a good time watching her. Asia surprised me as well. I didn't really think that she would pull it out, but I thought it was good. It wasn't the best for me from what I had saw, of the entire performance, but I liked what she did. I think she does deserve to be in the top 2 with Aquaria, which is where she will be. But so yeah, I liked it. I didn't like how it was filmed. And I don't know, the choreography was difficult. I felt like Cameron had the most difficult choreography. I don't know, I just feel like I would have liked it more had we had a better visual of it. I didn't like the visual. If you're from Philly, you will get this reference. It reminded me of the Al Albert Showcase. It really, really did. I felt like I was watching the Al Albert Showcase on Saturday mornings and watching these kids dance in this rinky-dinky studio for, all of the 6 viewers who were watching. I couldn't get into it. I just wish it would have been filmed better so I could have seen the performances differently. It looked like a rehearsal to me. It really, really did. But I think the ladies did good with what they had. I think they did good. I was more shocked by Cameron because the performance was something I did not expect. Her choreography was sickening. I really, really enjoyed that. Don't think it's going to be enough to get her a crown, but it was enough to at least earn my respect for this episode because she was working my nerves. She was. You couldn't tell in the beginning of this review that she was working my nerves, just to let you know she was. But she won me back. She won me back. Category is Final 4, Eleganza, Extravaganza. So we do get a final runway. I'm happy because I don't know. I felt like we weren't going to get one because Drew hadn't mentioned anything. But now that I'm seeing this, I can breathe easy now. Aquaria. Wow. She is a look queen. Y'all calling Cameron the lip sync assassin. Aquaria is the look assassin of season 10. This star ensemble, it's beautiful. I literally have stars coming out of my eyes. Then the camera zooms in and this heifer got stars coming out of her eyes. I mean, sis, you deserve to be here. You deserve to be here. This look is amazing. That ashy, like platinum wig, beautiful. The makeup, I love them stars. She had me with them stars. The whole look, perfection. She deserves it. She deserves it. Either she gets the crown or runner up. She deserves both positions. She has killed it for me. Asia, what you got, girl? What you got? Asia, neck up, gorgeous. I didn't like this dress. I felt like the blue cutout panels, it looked poor quality to me. I think she would have just looked great without those blue panels, and had it been like this structured gold sequence dress all the way through, that would have worked perfectly. But the blue panels, it takes you out of the look. It cheapens the look. It really, really does. It was giving me that panel dress that the Vixen made. It was a DIY, refurbished garments or whatever. That challenge, it looked like that. It did not look like it was a good quality garment. And that's unfortunate, because this is going to, take away from her score. But from the neck up, she looks beautiful. She looks great. Cameron, neck up, gorgeous. I didn't like the dress. I think I would have enjoyed the dress had the mesh matched her skin color and been more clear, more see-through. I don't know. Again, that mesh cheapened the dress for me. I wish it would have been a clearer mesh or something that matched her skin tone, but I still wanted the mesh to breathe a bit more. It didn't do it for me. It didn't. But I loved her makeup. Her and Asia have really great makeup on this runway. The garments are just not doing it for me. What do you guys think? Did y'all like that number? Did y'all like Asia's number? It wasn't doing it for me. Absolutely not. But, we can agree to disagree. Eureka. I like this. I would have wanted more from the gown, but I understand what she was doing. So, yeah, again, the neck up, immaculate. I love it. She looks great. The dress, I would have wanted more from the dress, but I get that it was a blank page in a dictionary. Not a blank page, but it had to be a white page in the dictionary with the definition of Eureka. It was cute. It was campy. I liked it. My favorite thus far for the night is Aquaria. She won this one. So I really like, and I think this is everybody's favorite part, where they talk to themselves when they're little. It was really sweet. I feel like we got a part of Cameron that I would have loved to start with. I really would have, because I'm telling you guys, there's something there. And Cameron doesn't have to tell anybody what she's dealing with that makes her so protective and very closed off. But what we were getting from her when she was speaking to her younger self, I kind of wish we would have started there, because something started to come out. And I think that we would have attached to that as an audience and really got to know a bit more of Cameron than we do now, because it's like the show is ending and I still have no clue. But I thought that, I love what they said to their younger selves. And I also love what the judges said. I love this moment. It's just very sweet. This is like graduation. You know what I mean? And even the toughest of the toughest judge, Michelle Visage, she has some really sweet things to say to all the queens. And it was a good moment. It was a good moment, because they went through hell and high water. And they deserved that encouragement, because they did it. They really, really did. And I think this was the perfect time to let them know how amazing they all really are. Let's discuss these, the answers to why should you be the next drag superstar and why shouldn't this person be here or whatever. None of them answered that. None of them said which one should go or whatever. I guess because they learned from the last challenge. But they all really gave good responses, right? However, I felt like the only one that really, I'm not saying resonated, but was strong to me, was Eureka. I felt like Cameron got in her head a bit. I felt like Aquaria just surfaced. That's what she's been to me the whole time. Outside of the runway, she's just been very surface. But she has risen to the occasion for challenges as well. But it's just like she's missing that one personality part that is really, really important to be RuPaul Drag Race Season 10 winner, right? I think that Asia has that, but her response was so robotic to me, so rehearsed, so pageant. I felt like the only one who was talking from their heart on that stage was Eureka. That was the only one for me. What did you guys think? So Ru has all of them lip sync for their lives at the same damn time. So it's like 4 people singing and the camera is trying to catch all of them. And this was the worst lip sync for their life. It was terrible. This is the thing. They're all in like their best drag. Nobody prepared to lip sync. I mean, did they not know? I feel like they knew they were all going to lip sync. Nobody had like any, I'm not saying you gotta have a trick, but there were no reveals, nothing. They were all just standing there pointing in one corner. The only person who gave levels was Aquaria, but even then she was struggling because the outfit wasn't conducive for a lip sync. So it was just like, why do we even film this? It wasn't anybody's best lip sync for your life. Nobody was lip syncing for their life. They were lip syncing for their outfit that they wore, and it didn't work. And I felt like this was a great song to really go there, and nobody did. They were all standing in one position. Like nobody, like, I don't know. I thought it was unnecessary, and it just wasn't really good, and I wouldn't want them to go out like that because it just wasn't a strong, like, performance. Looking at it, I'm like, Ru, who are you going to eliminate? You know what I mean? Like, nobody was good. So who are you going to get rid of? I think the only person she's going to get rid of is the person who she feels like shouldn't be here in the end anyway. No tea, no shade. It's probably Cameron. Let's keep watching.
Decided to eliminate
no one.
no one.
Shocker. I knew it. I knew it. I was not shocked by that at all. Because this is the thing. I'm like, how can you eliminate somebody? That wasn't a lip sync for your life, so I knew it. When Ru was trying to get her life from them standing in the corner doing this, I was like, they're all going. They're all going, especially after that whole emotional moment with them talking to their younger selves. I knew they were all going. Let's keep watching. So I'm excited for them. I really, really am. These queens worked really, really hard. They did, and they all deserve to be there, especially Monet Exchange. Oh, wait. But real talk, I am. I'm really proud of everybody at the end, and I'm glad that Ru did keep them all. You know, I just wish it wasn't so predictable because I saw, guys, I'm looking at this lip sync, and I'm like, how can you eliminate anybody? Nobody was good. You know what I mean? And like, if you're going to eliminate, you got to eliminate them all. But that doesn't make any sense. So I knew they were all going. It wasn't a shocker to me. And that's the only thing I'm disappointed about. I am happy that they're all going to the end. I'm still trying to work my way into that finale. I'm still trying to get a free ticket because mother don't pay for nothing. Okay? I'm already living a celebrity lifestyle without the celebrity paycheck. But it is what it is. When you live in LA, you can get in stuff for free. That's just one of the perks of living in this hellhole. It's not really a hellhole. It feels like one because it's hot as hell right now with no kind of wind. Jesus. And I'm also dealing with like coyotes coming down from the mountains, guys. Keep me in your prayers. LA, I mean, listen, we going through it out here. Keep me in your prayers. Anyway, I'm going to try my best to get into to the finale. My manager is working on some things, so we will see. And if I can get in, I know they won't let me film anything, but I will kind of give you an update. And don't worry, they don't announce the winner until the show actually premieres, because last time they announced the winner during the show, somebody went and like spilled the beans on Reddit and the end was spoiled. So Ru always films multiple winners just to throw people off. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to get in there. We will see. But guys, this is the end. Like, I mean, I know we have the reunion and I know we have the finale, but like this was the last workroom. This was the last runway. This was the end. And I'm so thankful that you guys joined me. I really, really am. There are several people out here doing these reviews, and you stopped by my little old YouTube channel, and I honestly appreciate it, because as a performer, it really feels good that you know that there are people out there who not only like you, they like the work that you do, and they appreciate what you do, and they keep on coming back for more. Seriously, guys, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now that my sappiness is all out of the way, what did you guys think of this episode? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next week for the reunion of the Real Housewives of Drag Race. Of RuPaul's Drag Race. See you then. Love you guys. Bye.